Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Coach Curt Cignetti Show. Jack Benedict with you as we talk IUP Crimson Hawks football. It was a great homecoming weekend. Weather-wise, it wasn't so good, but game-wise, it was 42-21 with a victory for the Crimson Hawks, now 3 in a row. And Curt, you guys did come out. You didn't waste any time, and the game got in your hands in a hurry, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. 21-0, and the defense had been on the field for 4 plays. So came out fast, physical, dominant, and was really pleased with the way we started.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to talk about Chris Temple first of all because it was a record-setting day. I know the media has put the label on, I kind of liked it too, the Temple of Doom, which it was to Edinboro. Yeah. But we've never seen, in the times that we've been involved in football, one guy score all the touchdowns in the same game, 6, just amazing.
Yeah, I guess so, and I really wasn't aware of it. You know, we had a rotation going at running back as the game progressed, and a couple times we got down there and I thought the other running backs looked a little tired and we just wanted to get a fresh guy in. And it, you know, happened to be Chris. So he ran great. Our offensive line did a great job of creating holes for him. He made nice cuts. Our wide receivers, downfield blocking, really picked up last week. I was encouraged by that. So, you know, when one guy has that kind of success, there's 10 others making it happen.
Yeah, exactly. The offensive line's just been terrific, and it's indicated too. We talked about the depth you have at running back. Mm-hmm. So Chris didn't play last week. Luigi was your leading rusher. He couldn't play this week, and then of course Drew Harris was a leading rusher for you in one game. That's a good luxury to have, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you got to have depth, particularly at that position, because we have had a couple injuries already. So there's no doubt.
The rushing game continues to be the strong point of this team. Does it surprise you a little bit that it's really been as good as it has?
You know, maybe just a hair, but we have changed some things schematically, and I think the threat of the quarterback pulling the ball or throwing the ball has softened up the run defense just a tad, and so I hope we can continue to have the same kind of success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lenny Williams gave you 94 yards too. Yeah. That's that added dimension we've talked about. You, again, as a defense, you guys forced things. Right. Kevin Clark got a fumble recovery early to Kai Turner with his interception. Yeah,
I mean, first play, Edinboro fumbled the ball. Kevin was right there to get it. And Takai and Jay Watkins both got interceptions. And at the end of the first quarter, we'd outgained Edinboro 190-8. So, you know, it was pretty dominant. And then I was really proud of the way the defense had the goal line stand at the end of the half. To go in 28-0. I really wasn't very pleased with our goal line as the game got going. We were down there 3 times, and one time first and 1 at the 1. Mm-hmm. And those 3 trips, we ended up -7 point-wise. I mean, we threw an interception that got run back for a touchdown, made it 28-7. At that point, with all due respect to Edinboro, the game should have been 49-0. You know, if we're doing. You know, we had a guy go the wrong way on one play, and so wasn't real pleased with that, the way we finished the game. It's hard when you get up big like that. Been in that position, you know, a number of times, and we just got to do a better job of handling that when we have a big lead.
Mm-hmm. Is that pretty much, was that more or less the halftime speech? Because, you know, you're up 28-0 at the half, and you're playing a team that's winless. Try to keep that momentum going, but that's pretty much what you told them at the half?
Yeah, that was the message, and we understood it. And, you know, we made a critical error on offense. We had the ball first and 10 at the 10, and it ends up with, you know, a touchdown. And that happened for a couple different reasons. It's not on one person. You know, there's probably 3 reasons why that happened. It shouldn't have happened, but it did. And but I'll give the offense credit. They came right back, put together a great drive, highlighted by, you know, Lenny Williams on 3rd and 10 had a 40-yard run. Mm-hmm. And then on another 3rd down, had a completion to Walt for a 1st down. And offense did a nice job of responding and scoring. And, you know, after Edinboro scored again to get 14 points, you know, we had that great 67-yard run by Chris Temple, beautifully blocked up front by everybody. And Lenny picked up a key block. And then Swanee Brown had a great effort downfield, really, to enable that to go the distance for a touchdown. Mm. So, you know, and then Edinboro got one late. But, you know, all in all, you know, the game was never in doubt. And I just would have liked to have seen us execute a little better in some critical situations. But, you know, those are the lessons to be learned and improved upon.
Mm-hmm. Is that something that maybe can be attributed in some ways to this being, we hate to keep saying a young team, but it is a young team. You know, you've got first and second, even the second line player or second year players maybe didn't see all that action. A lot of that contributed to?
Yeah, I think some of that went into that. When you look at the mistakes that were made, they're mistakes that people can learn from and improve upon. But you know, as a coach, you're not happy about it. Players aren't happy about it either, but you know.
I'm glad you pointed out on the 67-yard run about these key blocks with Lenny and also with Schwani. I thought for a moment that Chris might step out of bounds. From our angle, it was hard. Of course, you had a better angle down there at the sideline. It was close, but he made an in. Just, you know, the thing about Temple, maybe you talk about him a little bit. He's listed as 5'11", 225. He's a powerful runner, but he's got some moves too, doesn't he?
I think he's really improved his flexibility. The fact that he had not played in a couple weeks, he was nice and fresh too. And he had a great game in the opener. I was really glad we got him back this week. And you know, he's only going to get better, and he's been with us, you know, about 13, 15 games now.
Yeah. We can't overemphasize the offensive line and the play of like C.J. Jackson and Kevin Edwards and these guys who block. Maybe talk about that a little bit, because when you're rushing for all, you know, the rush yardage that you have, tops in the country, a lot of these people are contributing.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a team effort. There's no doubt about it. C.J. Jackson, sophomore, you know, he's a 260-pound tight end, and Kevin Edwards is in his third year with us, is 235 pounds. We've been playing a lot of two tight end sets, and they're doing a great job of blocking at the point of attack, the perimeter, and sometimes we bring them across the ball to seal the backside. And, you know, they work very closely with the offensive line, you know, which continues to improve every week. And so, you know, when you have that kind of production, you got a lot of guys doing their job. So, and, you know, the thing that can't be overlooked, I think, in this game, too, is just how dominant our defense was until the offense made a few silly mistakes and allowed Edinburgh to score. So, you know, they've been doing a great job all year long.
Yeah, that's where I was headed next, because you had 5 sacks, 2 more interceptions. The pressure, however, that doesn't show up in the box score on the quarterback, that's tremendous.
Oh, no doubt. And we're good up front. Karan Gibson leads them, and Jamal Everett played his best game. And, you know, Matt Moad was in there, and Jordan Batts, Jeff Palmer, and Justin Weldon, and, you know, and DeAndre Easterling had a huge sack on 1st and 4 at the end of the half. Had about 12-yard loss of yardage play. So those guys have done good. Cover guys don't have to cover as long, and they're covering better, and the linebackers obviously play a key role too. And once again, you know, it's a team effort. Yeah,
and a member of that team who plays everywhere is Walt Pegues. You know, we kind of lose him in the shuffle. I don't know how, because he does a great all-purpose player, isn't he?
Yeah, Walt, you know, he very rarely comes off the field. He returns punts, he returns kicks. You know, on offense, he plays every single play. You know, he's really good in space. He gives you everything he's got every single play. Really smart player, can make things happen with the ball.
Let's talk about Seton Hill. They only started football about 10 years ago, I guess it was, but it's, as we know, fully funded, a private school and all that sort of thing. They've been up and down, and last ball game they gave Cal a pretty good go. When you look at their numbers, wow. On offense, it's pass, pass, pass.
Yeah.
Defensive, they have problems. What do you see when you look
Well,
at
Seton Hill's by far the most improved football team in the conference since they've joined the conference. The first year, they weren't very good. They lost their quarterback. They struggled. Last year, they were very competitive against everybody. And now this year, you know, 2 weeks ago, they beat Slippery Rock at home, which was a great win for them, and they were up on Cal 21-3 at Cal, lost at the end. And, you know, they started the year with a different quarterback. They changed quarterbacks. They were playing a little bit of a different scheme on defense. They've sort of become more multiple on defense, and they're still having great production on offense. And they got a number of playmakers that are dynamic playmakers. They throw the ball a lot. They're wide open. They spread you out everywhere. You know, it's going to be a real challenge for us. On the other side of the ball, you know, multiple schemes. They'll bring in 5 defensive linemen. You know, a lot of blitzing, disrupt the rhythm of the quarterback, try to stop the run game. You know, they're a good football team. They don't take a back seat to anybody right now. Like you said, they're fully funded. They've got players from everywhere. And they've got speed, size, and skill, and they're a good football team.
Curt, when they made the change at quarterback, even last year, they had made a change during the year, and this Christian Strong is now a quarterback. He's a 6'4" kid.
Yeah.
What difference there did you see from the previous guy?
He's just a little bit better thrower. He throws the ball in rhythm. It's very hard to put pressure on him because he gets rid of it so quick. A lot of their passes are designed to get out fast. He's very accurate, makes good decisions. Highly productive player for them, and he's got a number of weapons around him.
Well, it continues to be a very interesting year, doesn't it, all the way around? Clarion's the only team, East or West, undefeated, so they've come along very, very quickly. And as we said, the West, all you have to do is look at the record. You know how competitive it is, and it'll be another challenge for you, right?
Oh, this is a huge challenge. This will be a very difficult football game. We're going to have a great week of preparation starting today. I do like our guys' focus up to this point. It's one day at a time, one game at a time. And, we'll be ready to go, I'm sure. I don't think I'll be disappointed with our preparation at the end of the week.
Well, keep them healthy, too.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Yeah. All right, Curt, good luck to you.
Thank you, Jack.
Now, the game, we remind you, in Greensburg at Offutt Field is at 3 o'clock. So keep that in mind with Seton Hill. IUP going for 4 in a row. So for the coach, this is Jack Benedict. We'll see you this weekend, and have a nice week.